The David Benavidez hate is getting quite outlandish. In this video, I'm going to break down my thoughts and why I say that. Now, I came across this. It says, Boxing News 24, David Benavidez's stock falls. Good news for Canelo, which is about the day after his terrific, epic fight with Morel. It's about the dumbest title that you could possibly come up with. Now, I love my job being a content creator. I make my own hours. I cover the sport I love. Many blessings. Shout out to you for supporting my channel and the movement, watching this video even. But there are portions of boxing that are very lame. This is one of them. Instead of just giving props to Al Heyman, PBC, David Benavidez on his victory, very good card. We got people in the media, fans, and they have so much emotion where it prevents them from just keeping it real. Me, I don't have that problem. I'm a real man. So I picked Figueroa to stop Stephen Coolboy Fulton. For that, I was wrong. I was way wrong. Obviously, if you watch the rematch, Fulton got off on him. Won every round, looked sharp, in control, looked really like the stronger fighter, and I was proven wrong. You see how easy it is for me to say and admit when I'm wrong? Comes with the territory. If you're a person like me in the public eye, make content on YouTube and on my platforms, and you're bold enough to put your face and name and brand in front of it and say, hey, this is what I believe, and you put your opinion out, you're not going to have a 100% rating. I'm good with that. But my accuracy rating is very high. Main event, I told you, I'm not making a fight prediction because it was going to be a close fight and a good fight. And it was like on paper, I was like, there's no way this fight doesn't deliver. I was right. You see. And instead of just giving props to Benavidez and also a lot of props to Morel, which I'll get into in this video, you got articles like the one you see here. This hurts boxing because how did Benavidez's stock drop? I've seen even fans saying the same thing. They're posting pictures of Benavidez's face with some markings and tattered up, I guess you could say. And they're like, yo, look, Benavidez stock dropped. How's he going to beat this guy and this guy? And then the hate ensues. This is what I don't understand about some boxing fan and some boxing media. When a fighter fights a fight and you're not familiar with the person, like Tank fighting Lamont Roach, fans complain. Say, oh, why is Tank fighting somebody, moving them up in weight, blah, blah, blah. Still going to be a good fight, in my opinion. And Tank puts together big events and explosive performances. But I'm going off of what the detractors are saying. Then you get a fight with David Morrell and Benavidez. And it's about as even as you can match two guys. Both undefeated. Both have similar size. Morel looked a bit taller, looked a bit bigger. He had 77-inch reach, so longer arms. And they both wore the signs of markings on their face that they had been in the fight. But you got people who are only talking about Benavidez got exposed. I mean, people, Benavidez said he was going to knock him out. Morel said he was going to knock Benavidez out. And he said 100%, I guarantee it. So for me, that's pre-fight banter. This comes with the territory. In competition, in sports, sometimes you think you might be able to beat a person until it comes time to do it. So if the argument is, oh, Benavidez, look at his face, Morel's face had the markings. He if I'm not mistaken, he had glasses like Boxing Ego. at the post-fight press conference and in the ring doing his interview after the fight. They both hurt each other. They both pushed each other. In my opinion, they gave each other the hardest fight that the other person had been in. Like, that was Benavidez's toughest fight, and it was Morel's toughest fight. Period. And instead of us just celebrating it because as fans, we made out like bandits, had a great card from Kermel Moton opening up the prelims, catching a body, to Pitbull Cruz and Fierro. I don't even know what that was. That was an insane fight. And main event to Fulton solidifying himself, winning a title after everybody doubted him because of, including me. I don't shy away from the truth. The Inoue loss, and he got dropped in his last fight. This is what boxing is about. You had, I mean, it's just poetic, really. You had a black fighter and a Mexican fighter rematch. The first fight was close, and then the black American fighter pulls away crazy. But Figueroa had been looking very good, stopping Luis Nery, a guy who dropped Naoya Inoue. And Naoya Inoue destroyed Fulton. So that's like a huge comeback story. Main event was bonkers. High speed chest. The guys were throwing malicious shots at each other, really trying to hurt each other, pulverize the other one. And you have people talking about Benavidez stock drop and he can't beat Bivol and better Biev. Like, let the man enjoy his victory. This is the part of my job that I don't prefer, you know? So if this is your mindset, hit the unsubscribe button, because you're not going to like my content, because I tend to give credit where credit's due. And I do have criticisms, but after a fight like this, if anybody's making fun of Morel or Benavidez, to me, you have to question yourself as a boxing fan. It just sounds dumb to me. Like, after people leave it all in the ring, show you what they're made of, I don't even understand how that is even your thought process to be like, oh, haha, look at this guy's face, blah, blah, blah. It's like, rest in peace to Israel Vasquez, who just recently passed. He had his fights with Rafael Marquez. How do you even have it in you to, after you see the Arturo Gatti, Mickey Ward, or the Marquez Vasquez fights, or all of these top tier fights that we've seen in boxing, like in the past, Diego Corrales and Castillo, these types of fights that are just landmark, you know, Hagler Hearns, great fights, great for the industry, boost up both person, even in the loss. And then your first thing is like, oh, so-and-so stock drop. I mean, I guess we just see it differently. I don't see it that way at all. Benavidez impressed me. People complained about his defense, and he was fighting an aggressive fight, but he started to pull away in the middle rounds. For Morel, he too impressed me. This is a guy that doesn't even have 15 fights, and he's out here hanging with the Mexican monster and giving him something to think about. And he looked insanely calm. So he had footwork, he had power, he was in shape, he was ready for this moment. So for me, I'm not making fun of either of these people. It's not even that type of fight where people should be posting memes and goofy stuff. This was just an instant classic. Both guys pushed each other and brought the best out of each other, and it should just be that. But as far as like the people who are hating and they're coming out and saying, oh, so-and-so was exposed, la, 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 it just sounds goofy to me. And then some people I even seen, they're like, oh, Canelo will beat him easy. Tell Canelo to take the fight then, if that's what you feel. But I don't think that inspired Canelo, who has already seemed apprehensive in fighting Benavidez. I doubt that Morel fight from Benavidez inspires Canelo to take it next. But we'll see. Peace.